All right. Good evening, folks. And welcome to episode 10 of the weekend wrap-up. Number 10. We've gotten to number 10. I have to say, today I had some power issues. The PG&E shut our power down for some reason, and it went on and off over the span of 4 or 5 hours. Got it back about 3 hours ago and then started preparing for the show. Graphics and such. I had some graphics done earlier, but if some things are a little dicey, that's what's going on. Anyways, as I mentioned, episode 10, and if you're watching on YouTube, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and look in the description for information about our guests, and make sure you check them out as well. And speaking of our guests, let's get to the introductions here. First up, we have football manager extraordinaire, also Twitch streamer. We have Mr. HoffSpur joining us today. Hello, Hoff.
Hello.
How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. And also, as always, main stalwart of the show, loyal Gunnar fan, Mr. Milothe1st. Milo, welcome in.
Good evening, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah. Too
Nice.
shabby.
Uh-oh. We're getting some framies. Hold on. We're having some internets. Hold on, how are we looking now? We looking better? I think we should be good now. Alrighty. Well, let's take a look at tonight's topics. There we go. We're gonna take a look at some match review from this weekend in Champions League. We have Blinded by the Bright. See what happened there? Son. We'll take a look at a Tottenham match. We have a Pep versus Klopp. Some games to look at. eFootball release coming up. Couple games. Who said it? And HMTCYN. Tune in to find out what that means. Also, we have the weekly check-ins and the post show. We'll talk a little F1 and some shenanigans. I don't know what shenanigans we're going to get into. I did not put anything on the list this week on purpose. Let's get right into it, guys. We got a lot to talk about. First up, let's start with the Champions League from last midweek. So we had City versus Atletico on last Tuesday. Phil Foden comes off the bench, makes instant impact, assists Kevin De Bruyne to give City the advantage going into the second leg in Madrid. What do you guys think? Can Atletico turn this around? Going back to Madrid, I think on Wednesday they go back. Hoff, what do you think?
I don't think so. I just don't think that Simeone's tactic has it in him tactically to outscore City by a goal at home. I don't see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Playing the 5-5-0 formation, yeah. Milo, what do you think on that one?
Well, I mean, Atleti played anti-football at its absolute best in that first leg. Like, 0 shots. None. Nada. No shots.
0. First time ever.
Yeah, it's abysmal. Like, you can't go into a Champions League knockout game with that mindset and expect to get very far, in my opinion. I know you're away from home. By all means, play tight, but come on, man. I mean, it's a slender lead for City, and they, based on previous seasons, they might be a little concerned going away for the second leg. But, I mean, Atleti are going to have to at least attempt to score a goal in this game, and that could open it up for City to win comfortably, and that's what I suspect might happen.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how pragmatic Pep gets, Will he? I can't imagine him settling for a 1-0 aggregate win. I imagine he'll go for a goal. I don't know. We'll see. Other matches, same day. Liverpool Benfica. Liverpool have extended their Champions League 100% away win record. 3-1 win over Benfica. Luis Diaz scoring a late goal, the third goal, over his old rival club when he was at Porto. Can Benfica make the comeback at Anfield? Milo, what do you think about that? Any chance?
Liverpool too strong. Get the job done away from home. I mean, they can relax a little bit. There's no way for Benfica to come back at Anfield, in my opinion. No way.
Yeah, I doubt it as well. What do you think, Hoff?
I agree. I wouldn't be surprised if Benfica scored a couple goals, but I don't think Liverpool will manage to lose it. They're just too good.
Yeah, and let's see. Moving on to potential matchups for the winner of that Liverpool-Benfica is Bayern or Villarreal. They'll face the winners of Bayern versus Villarreal. Villarreal come out with a big 1-0 win at home. They're looking to get into their first semifinal in over 15 years. But we're talking about Bayern Munich. It seems like they're going to take care of things when they get home. What do you think, Hoff?
I'm torn between this match having like 4-1, 5-0 Bayern all over it, or Villarreal just parking the bus and still not getting it done, but it'd be much more respectable of a scoreline. Either way, I think Bayern go through, but I don't know how much of a resistance Villarreal will put up.
Yeah. Milo, what do you think?
Yeah, pretty much the same. This for me was the only shock result in the round so far, but I think Bayern will more than likely win like 3-0 at home in the second leg. They last round they had a lackluster first leg and absolutely banked Salzburg, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the second leg, I can see them doing it again.
And Stefan pointed out that Villarreal rested their entire 11 for the match on the weekend, which will be big. And yeah, that'll be interesting. Moving right along, we have the final quarterfinal. Chelsea, Real Madrid. Mr. Karim Benzema, 34 years young, scored a hat-trick in a 3-1 victory over Chelsea. Can Chelsea make that comeback in Madrid? Chat seems to think they can. What do you think, Milo?
For me, no. If it was the other way around, if Real had won 3-1 at home, I'd give Chelsea more of a shot. But I got to be honest, I cannot see them turning around a 3-1 deficit at the Bernabeu. I mean, we'll see. But yeah, it's a disappointing night for them at the Bridge, that's for sure. And Benzema he's having a great season, eh? Really
Amazing.
is.
Amazing. Alf, what do you think, man?
I think all of the external stressors with Chelsea are catching up with them, and I think they're starting to crack a little bit. I mean, their form overall just isn't as good, and Benzema's just in an unreal vein of form. Modric is playing well. Real Madrid are just, I don't see them like losing at all.
Yeah, it seems like that was the match that, I don't know, they really needed that to kind of maybe turn their season around. But moving on to their Premier League match, they bounced back last weekend after losing to Madrid and losing the previous weekend with a 6-0 win away at Southampton. 2 goals and an assist for Mason Mount. Is this just a case of we just got smacked 3-1 by Madrid and we're going to take some anger out on Southampton? Hoff, what do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Southampton, I said earlier about Villarreal, they didn't put up much of a fight. Werner could have had more goals than he did. I mean, he smacked the post, 3 times, really, in the first half? I mean, he could have scored much more. It could have been much uglier. Yeah, I think that was some frustrations coming out.
Yeah. Milo, any thoughts on that game there?
Yeah, I mean, it was the no contest. Southampton are really poor. Maybe Chelsea were geared up for it after what happened midweek. I mean, they had 24 shots in that game, 14 of them on target, which is a pretty high stat.
Yeah.
In itself. I mean,
Mason
they're not really
Mount-
playing.
Oh, sorry.
They're not really playing for anything in the Premier League. They're just keeping their nose in front in third, and
Yeah.
I don't, there's no way into the top two for them. Yeah, so yeah, I thought another 9-0 was on the cards. Southampton,
Oh, jeez.
to be honest.
For Southampton. Mason Mount, 2 goals and an assist. World Cup draw just kind of happened. Is he a starter for England? What do you think? It's him. It's Milothe1st. It's Phil Foden in that position.
I think Foden starts out of the three at
Yeah.
the moment. I think Mount definitely.
Grealish?
Yeah, I mean, Grealish for me he's got more to prove. He's coming off the bench every game. I'm the kind of person that would play the informed player, not the name shirt.
Right.
And I think I've talked to you about it before. I think that's where England get into trouble sometimes.
Yeah. What do you think, Hoff?
Yeah, I think Foden is the first choice there. I think Mount might be slightly more versatile, just not much, because I know Foden can play wide as well, and so can Smith-Rowe. But I think, I mean, bringing either one of Smith-Rowe or Mount late in the game is not a bad option to have.
Right.
England have this habit, though. I know we're getting off topic, but I mean, England have this habit of playing creative midfielders on the wing. It doesn't work. It's never worked. We've never had success with it. Stop it. Just stop it. Foden,
Right.
Smith-Rowe, and Mount do not play on the wing. Like, that's it. End of conversation.
Fair enough. Yeah, it just popped into my head thinking about
It does my head in. That they've been doing it for years, man. They used to Scholes played out there, Gerrard played out there. Like, just stop it. Goodness me.
And last but not least of this section is Manchester United, Everton. Everton boosted their survival hopes with a 1-0 victory over United. This is only their second win in 14 attempts against United. Good Lord, it says here. Yeah, I watched the game. It was really bad. I mean, I think Everton played midweek. They had a little less rest. They were there for the taking, and United it just seemed like it was like a charity match or something. It had this feeling of no one knows what's going to happen. Let's just get our paycheck, clock in, clock out, and get home. That's how it felt. I don't know. It was just poor. Did you guys any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I watched the full highlight package. I thought it was a bright start from United. A couple of big saves from Pickford. They could have easily been a goal or two up, but then that deflected goal, and then after that, it was, I mean, pretty resilient display by Everton, but yeah, pretty lackluster by United. And
It was just
yeah, I can understand the disappointment.
Yeah, it was just a bad game. Did you catch any of that, Hoff?
Excuse me, caught a little bit. It's almost weird. You could kind of see it coming after losing to Burnley, and everyone had written them off like, oh, you lost to your closest rival in the relegation battle, and now you have Man United coming to Goodison.
Right.
And it's the complete opposites, the lows and the highs.
Yeah. All right, just a couple other things before we move on to the next section. Can we ask our guests what their superpower would be? We'll do that at the end. So just keep that in the back of your mind, guys. Crowd applause. Good question. It's there. It's a little loud. It's a little too loud, actually. Villarreal rested their 11. Benzema is the best player in the world, and Courtois is the best goalkeeper. That's a good point. Courtois is amazing. Reigns What is Chelsea going to do with their backline given the Russia sanctions? Yeah, that's right. Christensen rumored to go to Barcelona, and Rudiger as well, also rumored to go to Barcelona. Also Madrid as well.
I read today that Abramovich is interested in buying Valencia.
Valencia,
I read that as well.
That'd be a turn of events.
Where does Spain sit on the Russian sanction?
No clue.
I'm just curious.
England plays 5 at the back. They can definitely play 5 at the back. United players, team chemistry 15 out of 100. Yep. Pepe greater than Sancho. Klopp. Gavi's not greater than. Okay. Alrighty. Next up, we have Arsenal. Enoch Mwepe scored 1 and assisted another. As Graham Potter's Brighton battled to an unlikely away win over Arsenal. Top 4 race is heating up. Arteta's got to be a little disappointed by this result, especially after losing to Palace last time out. Everyone, get out of the way. Milo, take over. There we go.
And breathe. Very disappointing result. After a 3-0 defeat to Palace, I'm looking for the team to really bounce back, especially at home. Against Brighton, you're thinking, all right, here we go. And they did have 20 shots, but only 3 on target. I think that's a problem we've faced all year long. We're not creating enough good chances to really put teams away, despite some good results along the way. Xhaka at left back, a big mistake for me. We sorely missed Thomas Partey in the middle. That injury is going to cost us. I've no doubt about it. Tierney injured. Lokonga really low on confidence. How little of Nuno Tavares does Arteta think when he comes out midweek and gives a public speech about how much he can help us in the run-in, and then he drops him to play Granit Xhaka at left back? And I cannot understand that, and I really think Arteta got that one wrong. The match probably should have finished 2-2, which still not good enough for me. But a disallowed Martinelli goal. Maybe you guys want to touch on that when I'm done. I can see why it's not given, but for me, it's neither clear or obvious. So in my opinion, it should. 2 nice goals from Brighton. Can't say anything about that. A real late surge from Arsenal, but it was just too late. And you can't play lackluster in the Prem. You will get punished. You won't get the points. And it's that simple. Arteta knows that. He played in the Premier League for long enough. The players know it. And if you can't get them fired up for a shot at 4th place, a blip was always possible. And it's, for me, right now, from this point forward, after that Brighton game, it's you fix it now or you miss out on 4th, and then the possible signings that come with that. That's the first win for Brighton in 8 games as well. So there's another reason for Arsenal to be disappointed. And they've only won 3 in the last 10 against Brighton, Arsenal. So a bit of a bogey team, maybe.
Okay.
A little bit of a bogey team. But yeah, for me, it was not good enough, and I was pretty pissed off.
Any thoughts about the game, Hoff?
I was not pissed off. But I just, on the VAR thing, I feel like it's weird. I feel like the referees, the VAR officials have this mindset of, why should we disallow this goal when they're looking at replays, instead of why should this goal stand? I think they're just looking at it from the wrong side, and it's kind of, I don't know. Sometimes I like VAR and it makes sense, like, oh yeah, that's a good call that they caught. And sometimes what in the world are we doing when it takes 5 minutes to call a goal back?
You've summed it up perfectly. It's inconsistency that drives people crazy.
Yep.
It was a tough call to make as well. I don't know how shouldn't tie go to the runner type of thing, tie to go to the offense type of thing, right? Or I don't know. It was such a weird angle. There was just someone's leg sticking out, but you don't know who. I didn't know whose leg it was, and it was just it was weird.
I think this match the goalie's leg?
It was the goalie's leg, but then I think I was reading something they were trying to explain how the other guy, the defender's leg was like overlapping it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on.
Why
is this a
do
case
we not
of
have cameras both sides? Why are there not VAR cameras in the penalty box? Why are there not cameras both sides, all angles? I don't. Somebody explain that to me.
I don't know.
No sense. It's nonsense. No sense.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Is it also a case of squad size? This right? This is like the first time Arsenal's had 3 games in a week or so. Is this going to be?
I touched upon depth in the last few weeks, and I didn't write that down on my notes, but I was going to. I remember thinking about it at work today, and depth is going to cost us. I suspect.
Right.
I suspect it will fall short. I think, like I've said to you all, I think we're a year ahead of schedule. If we're talking top 4, I don't think we're ready to claim it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Sorry, I have a question. So do you think that the signings that you may not get by not finishing the top 4, does that hurt the future chances for top 4 for you, or is the plan still okay?
Yeah, unquestionably, unless then you're relying on Edu and Arteta and the Cronkies or whoever. You're relying on them to then sell the plan, right?
Right.
Whereas if Europa League will help, right? It won't hinder. It will help. Right. So either way, it will be better than this year, I feel, for recruitment. But top 4 would be just a little bit of icing that nobody expected.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Ozzy saying clear offside. VAR never got it wrong.
There's no one in chat called Ozzy. I don't. There's no one there called Ozzy.
This is turning out to be the crappiest top 4 race. Whoever chose the least wins. I love Crystal Palace is always a team that fights and brings upset. Absolutely. Mulpie is a cheat. What's up, Cash? Welcome in, Cash. There we're just trying to find a way not to give a goal. Alrighty. Nuno is Arteta's player, so no excuses. Oh, true. He's a Arteta signing. All right, moving on to a other top 4 battler. We had Spurs. A Heung-min Son hat trick helped Spurs lay down a huge marker in the top 4 race. 4-0 victory over Aston Villa. They have secured their 8th successive victory at Villa Park. Hoff, take it away, my man.
So that was a very interesting match because the first half, I thought for sure that they were going to hammer us. And they by all rights should have. Hugo Lloris played out of his mind in the first half. I think he had 8 saves just in the first half. And it's the most saves by a Tottenham keeper in any half since they started tracking saves, which is incredible because there have been some really good goalkeeping performances. But Kulusevski, for me, has been, and Betancourt slightly less, but those two have been incredible signings. It's like before they arrived, it was just Lucas on the right. You know what he's going to do. He's going to put his head down. He's going to run at you with the ball. And he's fast. He's tricky. But there's not a lot of creativity there. Kulusevski's not the fastest guy, but he's much more creative than Lucas. And he just meshes those, the other two, Son and Kane, together so well. And Kane, again, I'll never say enough good things about Kane. He's one of the best players I've ever seen.
He's been playing really good. He's been playing really great. That flick he had for that assist was just perfect. Any comment there, Milo? Any comment?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I wasn't thrilled with this result either. However, we're gonna keep this a professional post-weekend show. So I will say, comfortable win for Spurs in the end. Decent performance on paper from Villa, but that early goal from Son and Tottenham never really looked back. I think Kulusevski's been very impressive for Tottenham since he came. First season in the Prem is not easy, so they must be happy about that down the road there. Son, standout player for Tottenham again. I'm still amazed that no clubs come in for him from like Spain, like in the last couple of years, like Spain or PSG or somebody. You know, like I'm very surprised that hasn't happened. At the end of the day, I just noted that I thought, yeah, Tottenham were far more clinical, take the 3 points above Arsenal on goal difference, and that ante for the North London derby just keeps
Oof.
building and building. You know, like it's really, really shaping up to be a spicy game.
What? How long has Son been at Tottenham? I have no clue. 2017, 8?
Been there
A while.
wonder.
I mean, he's been there a while now.
6
Yeah,
years, 5 or 6 years now.
He might be one of the most consistent players in the Premier League. I feel like he's just always just. He might have an off week, but then the next week just bang a goal or something. It's just he's just always effective and stuff. Yeah, it would have been a great player for any club.
Agreed.
Let's see what chat's saying here. In all seriousness, I watched it live. Oh, this is a reference to the Martinelli offside. You might not see this in your chat, but Milo. In all seriousness, I watched it live with Milo, and I said it was harsh. I'm ignoring. What did I ignore? Okay, yes, the delusional. Son puts in the work. Hoff, if you had to lose one, which would you lose? Kane or Son? Great question,
geez.
Reigns.
I think I would lose Son.
Oh.
Today, given their ages now, I'd say, but I mean,
I just think Kane's his range of passing, like he can make any pass ever. His passing his vision is incredible. I think that might lengthen his career. Actually, I think he might end up playing as a Riquelme-esque number 10 within a few years.
Who knows?
Okay.
He does like to drop
that.
deep. He does like to drop deep.
Approaching the end of his career, you think he's going to be as good as Riquelme?
At least from passing. I mean, he's not going to be as mobile, obviously, but not that Riquelme was setting the world on fire.
He's going to be more like Rooney at the end of his career.
He's a Pep Guardiola dream. Wouldn't you say he's like a Pep Guardiola dream player? I feel like he would love him. I'm sure
he still is.
You would keep Harry Kane, the Arsenal fan, over Son. Interesting.
Hey, if he's scoring goals for Spurs, I don't care who he supports.
Stefan says Kulusevski and Bentancur both were average at Juve. Is this Conte magic? Quite possibly. He's a good combo player. Keep Son. Kane the next Zidane. That's right. Kane is the next Zidane. You've heard it here. Alrighty, moving on, guys. We had a fun match yesterday. City versus Liverpool. They played out to what the people are writing as one of the most entertaining draws in Premier League history. Two heavyweight title contenders played out a 2-2 draw, searching for an advantage in that title race there. It was a decent game. Hoff, were you able to catch any of it?
I did.
Yeah.
I think not rarely, but not very often, games that are hyped up like this, especially over here in the States, like NBC Sports will just push a big game, the game of the week on you. And more often than not, it's just a 0-0, a 1-0 boring game. Even though this was a draw, it was super exciting, super engaging. Lots of talking points. Sendings off, goals. It had everything. It was really, really enjoyable game.
Yeah. Milo, your thoughts on the game there?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good game. Obviously, potential title decider going into it. I think Sterling should have given him the lead almost straight away. And then KDB, he's really, really having a good season as well when he's playing. Jota popping up to equalize. That guy just gets big goals. I don't
amazing.
Like he just pops up and gets big goals. Like week in, week out. It's pretty crazy. Obviously a big fan favorite there. And a lot of times these games that are built up like this can be really boring, but I thought this one was a really good game. I wouldn't go as far as to call it the best draw in history.
I'd agree with you there.
But like Klopp works the magic at the half. I was interested to read. That's the first time this season Liverpool have trailed at half time.
Yes, it is.
That's a crazy stat.
Yeah.
So fair play to Liverpool. Jesus' finish was I thought it was a good finish. Simple ball over the top, really, but plenty to do with it still. So a decent finish from him. Mane makes it 2-2. Jota had a chance to win it. Sterling had that one ruled out for offside. Like it was a very, very entertaining game. Both teams could have won it. I think both teams will probably happily take a point, though, at the end of it. And then, City stay top by a point. Looking at the run-in, you have to say City's is more favourable.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool have quite the tougher run than City on the remaining game.
Absolutely. I think City have to play United. Or no, excuse me. Liverpool have to play United and Everton. But a lot of motion in those games. It seemed like Liverpool just came out slow. I don't want to say they were too casual, but I think they just started out a little too sloppy and slow in their build-up out of the back between Van Dijk, Fabinho, and Matip back there. I thought they were a little sloppy, and it just, I don't know, they were just inviting. They kept giving chances to City. City wasn't creating too much. They were just kind of going through the motions, and then bang, right after halftime. I don't know. I can only imagine what Pep's halftime team talk is like, but I can't imagine he's very inspiring. He's more like talking to one guy about a bad pass he made or something, that type of thing. That's just my personal. We'll stay away from that. Cash says Man City were clear winners. Reigns at a Liverpool bar for that game. Oh, nice. They were scared to go for it in the end. Yeah, I agree. I think City. Yeah, I think City were fine with the draw as well. City didn't just sit back, even though we had the advantage. I thought you guys played a little bit on the counter, but
Mahrez could have won it. I think he kind of blew it.
That would have been big.
He tried to be a little too cute.
Yeah. Not like some other teams like to sit back, anti-football. Pep, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Pep's about to win 4 titles in 5 years. Fair enough. Absolutely. He's got a well-oiled machine over there. Plug in and play. I'm a Pep critic, obviously, so I'm not even gonna hide it. Hey,
I would take it if it was me, man. I'd be all over it.
City should have won that game given their chances, but they've been in the worst form over the last 9 matches, so 7 games left. Yeah, it's gonna be good running. It's gonna be an interesting running. A lot of weird stuff from Pep. The handshake. The weird look at Trent in the post game. I don't know if you saw him holding Virgil van Dijk's hand. I don't know. I think Pep is infatuated by Liverpool. It just seems a little. Pep's a little sus for me.
Liverpool have 2 games against United, according to what I'm looking at. There was one postponed, right? So they've got.
They've got Wolves,
Liverpool home and away, separated by a bunch of games in between, including the derby against Everton, a game against Tottenham, a game against Villa, which maybe the Coutinho factor might come in, probably not, but you'd never know. Tricky one against Wolves. I mean, the only easy ones, looking at it, is Southampton and maybe Newcastle, but Newcastle, I don't know. They might be doing all right.
Liverpool was trying to contain in the first half. It didn't keep up on the run. Second half, they got aggressive. Yeah, I think Liverpool. They played a good second half. Entertaining. Pep is a weird guy, but he's the GOAT. All right, everyone's entitled to their opinion. All right, moving on quickly. We have a big release coming up this Thursday afternoon. We have eFootball. Version 1.0 free football game. What is that? 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 a.m. Universal Standard Time. We've got a dream team coming in. That's kind of like the ultimate team of eFootball. We've got a match pass, kind of like a battle pass in Call of Duty and stuff. New mechanics. Teammate press is coming back. The color scheme is the color scheme. There's rumor that if you buy a certain version of the game, you get, like, say, an Arsenal version of the game. You'll get the color scheme. Instead of being blue and yellow, it'll be white and red and colors of Arsenal, things like this. Is Pez back? What do you think? Hoff,
Who's going first?
Hoff, go for it.
I'm gonna wait and see. Literally about half an hour before we hopped on here, I was playing a couple games of it, and obviously, and I know it's gonna change in a couple of days. Some of the mechanics and stuff. I think they're heading in the right direction with a new engine and everything. So I wasn't expecting like an outstanding, like, best game ever this year, but I don't think it's too much to say that so far it's been a disaster. Because it should have come out in the fall, and then they pushed it back, and just keep incrementally saying, like, leaking news. Konami's weird, man. I don't know. I'm not hopeful that this year will be the year, but I think that it will be within the next probably 5 years when they nail the engine.
Yeah, definitely. Milo, what are your thoughts on the upcoming release?
I'm looking forward to it. Look, there's definitely some encouraging takes, pictures, video being leaked from various, places around the world, right? I really didn't like it when it was released in October or September, whenever that was. I can't remember. I made no secret of that. I did say I'd return when they had something a bit more finished. I'm looking forward to trying it out. It's a bit late in the football season for me, so I might not get like right into it like I would with a new football game until next season. Maybe we'll see. I also want to know how they're going to handle if you have like your My Club. If you have a bunch of players, do those get reset? I mean, I don't want to invest until I know if those are going to get reset in September for a new season. And then, like, what I really want to see is I want to see the trajectory's been fixed, and then I'll feel better about the future of the franchise. I'm really hopeful. I played 3 games the other night just to see where it's at before they update it, just so I can kind of see that curve. And I don't think it's going to be, the finished article, but I think it will be better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to it as well. I totally agree that I'm curious what they do about the contracts, right, with new players and stuff like that. There was talk of when you sign a player, they're on a 365-day contract. But
where is all this coming from?
there's been a lot of information being shared by some guys in my Discord. A lot of things to talk about. There's a lot of little things that they're talking about. What I'm curious about is it kind of branches off that what are they going to do with the next title because it's so late in the season. How are they going to make this into a Fortnite without an annual release type of thing? Because that I remember that was the early idea behind eFootball. It was just going to be called eFootball. Now they've changed it to eFootball 22. But I like the idea of a eFootball and a timeless kind of franchise mode that you build and you get new cards as players develop and regress, and like maybe you've got a 2022 Mbappe, and like who knows if his career plummets, and now people that in 2025 will be wanting that 2022 Mbappe, and you can like sell it for more money. I don't know. Who knows? It could be interesting. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that briefly before we move on to other things here. Let's see what chat is saying. Pets21 is back on the Unreal Engine. The Pep sexuals are back. Okay, that was from the previous section. Yeah. I can't believe that they have no features on the game like career mode and team play. Yeah, they don't. They're budgeting pretty small. And yeah, there'll be DLCs. Anyways. They've given up on this whole mobile cross-platform. Yeah, they have. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I don't know. There's so much unknown, but it's fun. A new football title's coming out. Alrighty, let's move on to our first game of the evening. Who said it? Who said it? That's right. It's time for Who Said It, guys. I will be showing a quote. A quote from a famous football person, and you guys will have to guess who it is.
Oh boy.
I'll give it multiple choice. First up, we have: if you have to make a tackle, if I have to make a tackle, then I have already made a mistake. Was it Franco Baresi, Cannavaro, Fabio Cannavaro, or Maldini?
Maldini.
Yeah, Maldini.
You think it was Maldini? Let's see. Like I said, guys, my power went out, so I did not have time to, properly do this. Let's see who it was. It was Paolo Maldini, the AC Milan wonder. The wonder. And I think Nader got it before I even read out the names. Well done. Well done. The next one, I won't give it multiple choice. Let's see what we can do with the next one. All right, next one. The best decisions aren't made with your mind, but with your instinct. The more familiar you become, or the more familiar with a situation you become, the quicker and the better your decision will be. Who said it?
Zinedine Zidane.
Multiple choice: Ronaldinho, Lionel Messi, or Andres Iniesta. Who said it? That's one of those three.
Sounds like something Iniesta would say. I don't.
Iniesta. What do you think, Milo?
I'll go with Messi.
And we are correct. We have Lionel Messi. He has said this at some point in his life. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be hard without the multiple choice. I thought I heard
someone got it in
Zidane
chat.
say something similar.
Someone got it in chat. So okay. Anyways, next up we have: behind every kick of the ball, there has to be a thought. Who said it? Multiple choice. Was it Zinedine Zidane, Paul Scholes, or Dennis Bergkamp?
I say Dennis.
Okay, we have Dennis. Hoff?
I'll say
What do you think?
Skulls.
Skull. We have a correct answer. It is Dennis Bergkamp, the non-flying Dutchman.
I'm 3 for 3. If you
Very
don't
nice.
count Zidane.
Very nice.
There's no way
right.
Paul Scholes said anything that thoughtful in his career.
I don't think he's said that many words in an interview.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Next up, a bit of a long one here, so brace yourselves. When you play a match, it is statistically proven that players actually have the ball 3 or 4 minutes on average. The important thing is what you do during those 87 minutes without the ball. Football is a brain game. Where to run, when to cover, when to press, when to move, how to move. It is decisions like these that come from the brain that determines whether you're a good player or not. Who said it? A little loud.
Gotta be Pep.
Quick guesses, and then I'll give you multiple choice, in case you just to see if you get it right.
I would guess Pep.
It's going to be a manager, I think. Yeah.
Was it Pep Guardiola, Johan Cruyff, or Marco van Basten? It on Sports says Ranić. He probably taught them. It
So
might be
Hoff,
Klopp.
you're going Pep, then, are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with Pep.
All right. Well, I'll do the outlier. I'm going to say Van Basten just for the fun of it.
Incorrect. We don't have a correct answer. It is Johan Cruyff. In chat, we did have it. Cash did get it.
Yeah.
Johan Cruyff said all this.
Johan.
I thought Van Basten was a good option to throw in there because he wanted the rule changes and all that stuff. All right, we got a couple more.
I just picked him as an outlier.
We got a couple more. Football is played with the head. Your feet are just the tools. Who said it? Multiple
I've heard
choice
this,
in
but I
5.
forget who said it.
Was it Alessandro Del Piero? Was it Andrea Pirlo? Or was it Juan Roman Riquelme? Obviously translated to English.
Pirlo.
Pirlo. Stefan says Pirlo. Grain says Crouch. Riquelme. We have a correct. It was Andrea Pirlo. Yep. Andrea Pirlo, the artist. Very nice. All right. We got two more. First up here. Players lose you games, not tactics. There's so much crap talk about tactics by people who barely know how to win at dominoes. Was this? This is obviously translated to English. If it, you know what I mean. Okay. Anyway, was it Diego Simeone, Jose Mourinho, or Brian Clough?
I'm saying Simeone.
Simeone. Okay.
I think the special one said that.
Jose Mourinho. Incorrect. Unfortunately,
No.
It was Mr. Brian Clough, the original Jose Mourinho.
Brian Clough.
Alrighty. And the final one we have. What you can learn from somebody who is successful is how much he is ready to give in order to be good. It says to be good at the end. I just cut it off. Was it Willy Sagnol, Arsene Wenger, or Patrice Evra?
Wenger.
Wenger.
I'll go Wenger too. Yeah.
It's Wenger. I mean, putting Willy Sagnol and Patrice Evra next to in this list is just crazy. That was a bad decision. All right, nice. Nice couple quotes. I really like that Johan Cruyff one here. I think that's really interesting. You only touch the ball for 3 to 4 minutes. That's probably true. I mean, I guess the midfielders and, goalkeeper probably touched the ball for the longest. Alrighty, next game. Hopefully this is set up properly. We have our new favorite game, the betting game. Alrighty. Here we are. First up. Hopefully we have time for two. First up, Jermain Defoe. Recently retired Jermain Defoe. How many teams can you name that he has played for? How many teams can you name that he has played for? Chat, only numbers. 2,000,000, million. Oh my god. 4, Cash. Nice. Okay. Solid guess. Let me see how many I got here.
I'll open with 5.
Wow, 5. Going big. I watched an interview with Jermain Defoe, and Ian Wright was his biggest influence.
Ian Wright?
Yeah. He said he used to watch him all day.
He used to watch Ian Wright.
He used to watch everybody.
That makes sense because small in stature, but not in personality, not in goals. Good centre forward.
Oh, I can do 5. Can I do 6?
Wager was 5.
I might be wrong.
We're not gonna. Okay, sorry. One quick thing. We're not gonna include England. Is that okay?
Oh.
Oh shit! All right, let's include England. 5. 5 is the wager, including England. All right. Sorry.
Okay. 6.
Zegon, please wait. 6. Okay. Are we locked in? Sorry. I mean, it would have been. It technically is a team. I should have left it. That's right. It was a team. This one might go down as a no contest at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, Hoff, what did you say? How many are you going with, mate?
I got 6.
Including England.
With
so
England.
With England? So you've got 5.
Yeah.
Let's forget about the national
England's
team.
not on this list. That's why I said that.
Okay.
Okay, let's forget the national team. So you've got 5.
Okay.
Well, I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go 6 then, just so that I.
Oh,
might get the
dang.
point.
6. Can I give you? I'm just gonna say this in the other out of time. If you go 7, that will be all his teams, not including England.
Okay. I've got 6. I can't think of the 7th team. Okay. Nope. Go for it.
No. Okay, Milo. Start it off.
All right. Tottenham.
One at a time. Tottenham is correct.
Toronto FC. I did the T's first.
Toronto FC is correct as well.
Yeah. I went Tottenham, and then my brain was like Toronto straight away. So,
I didn't know he went on loan to Tottenham from Toronto.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, he played 2 games and 1 goal.
Okay.
Classic MLS move, you know.
West Ham.
West Ham United is correct.
Okay, I had a question mark. I had a question mark by that one. I wasn't sure on that one, man. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, this is a noob question. Was Ian Wright ever at West Ham?
Yes.
I think that's where he met him. He said he walked in the door and the first person he saw was Ian Wright.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, got Sunderland for number 4.
Sunderland is correct. 2 stints there. He finished his career there. Correct.
I got Bournemouth, number 5.
Bournemouth is correct.
Good one.
I think I can do the 7, but number 6, I got Portsmouth.
Portsmouth is correct.
Okay. No, I don't have another English team. I have Rangers as a
Rangers is correct. That's all of them. Well done, Milo.
Okay,
Nice.
let's go.
7.
We talk about Defoe so much on the hockey streams that, like,
All right.
all right.
Now, did I do the next one? I don't know. I think I did. I just have so much going on in these pictures
I was gonna
here.
say, if we have another one then.
Yeah, we have another one. We have another one. Very quickly, this is going to be a more tough, I think. I hope nothing is showing here. Oh yes, there we go. I have no idea what's where in this. I got to pull it up on the side. It is another recent retiree, Neil Warnock.
Ooh.
This is a little more difficult. I could barely name any. Yeah, well done, guys. Yeah. At Sunderland, Tottenham, West Ham, Bournemouth, Brentford with incorrect Zagon. Close.
So he only played for 7 teams?
Yeah, I guess so. And if you notice from the graphic, he went back and forth to those same clubs, which is kind of neat.
That's interesting because I would have thought there was a couple more in there that I just didn't get.
Yeah, he just seems like
Warnock.
he's been around. So this Neil Warnock, first managing job 1980, and he finished his career in 2021 last year. And I think he just announced.
Can we get the total?
The total? Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. But there might be some duplicates here. I didn't really hash this one out as well. I didn't have that much time for this one.
I'll go 2.
I don't want to revisit this one. Okay, 2. Cash has got 3. Zegon, how many? Not. I don't need names.
4.
Zegon, how many?
4.
You got 4. Oh, nice.
Woo. We got a Warnock fan.
He looks like an
I
ogre.
was listening to an interview with him, and he forgot. He said, "I don't remember all the teams I managed."
Oh, did
Yeah.
I mean, might as well go. What do you think, Milo? Can you do 5?
Nope.
Yeah. All right, let's just go with 4. Go for it, man. Let me just see.
Crystal
Okay,
Palace.
Crystal Palace is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope it's this
Sheffield
one.
United.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I just lost. I lost my. All right, Sheffield United is correct. Yeah, I'll just uncover all these in a sec.
I had that one.
Crystal Palace, Sheffield United.
Millwall.
Millwall
I thought he was at Millwall.
is incorrect.
Oh,
Oh
man.
no! Milo gets the
Shoot.
point, but you know, Milo with the 2 points tonight.
My second team was Stoke City, but I'm not sure if he was there.
Stoke. He wasn't at Stoke.
No.
Was he at Swansea?
He wasn't at Swansea. Let's start with the beginning of his career.
I just have a bad list.
He started at Gainsborough Trinity, 1980 to 1981. Then he
Cardiff.
moved.
Thanks, Sagon.
Then he moved to Burton Albion. Then Scarborough. Scarborough, that's the name of the club.
Yep,
Notts
Scarborough
County.
Nuts.
Torquay United. Torquay. Huddersfield Town. Plymouth Argyle. Oldham Athletic. Bury.
Of course.
Sheffield United, as we mentioned, as Hoff mentioned. Crystal Palace, also, as both you guys had. Queen's Park Rangers. He was
Oh my
manager.
gosh.
Of course.
Leeds United. Another stint at Queen's Park Ranger caretaker. Then we had Rotherham. Rotherham's in. Oh no, that's in England. Is that
Rotherham.
England or? Isn't there
Yes.
also a place in Holland? No.
No,
maybe
you're
not.
thinking Rotterdam.
Oh, Rotterdam. Okay.
Yeah.
Cardiff, and he finished his career at Middlesbrough, and he had another stint at Crystal Palace in there in the middle. So, GG's, Neil Warnock, thank you for the memories. You'll probably never be mentioned on this show again. So, you know.
Average teams for an average manager.
Yeah, he had like a...
He has
his
the
best
best,
win rate.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
His best win rate was like 38% at a club. Like, he's that type of manager, right? But yeah. What do you say? Sorry.
He has the I forget what the term is where you take letters out of someone's name and make another word, or letters from one word make another word. He has the best, whatever that is. I forget what the name of it is, but you can spell Colin Wanker out of his name.
Oh, gotcha. What's the name of that? It's like
I can't remember what the term is.
it's like a Scrabble situation. Middlesbrough, QPR, Sheffield United. Nice, Cash. I think Cash would have won then. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
Yeah.
everyone else had an off name. Anyways, GG's, guys. GG's. Let's move along to the weekly check-in, guys. The weekly check-in. As always, our best of the week, worst of the week, quote of the week, and then we'll get to the memory at the end after those three. The best of the week. Who wants to get it started?
I will if you want, Hoff.
Go for it.
Sure.
Go for it, Milo.
Best of the week. Yeah, okay. So for me, this week, definitely helping out coaching my daughter's football team. So she's never played football before. I've often talked to her about it and tried to encourage her. We've kicked the ball about a bit, and I mean she's very tall for her age. So she could do pretty well, I think, out there. They've had one training session and 2 games. Their coach reached out to parents and just said, look, it's their first season coaching. They need some volunteers to help out. And I said, yeah, absolutely. So I didn't go to the first game. and that, you know, they didn't know how to defend. So on Wednesday, I focused really on defensive play with them. So it helped a little bit for game 2, but you know, there's a lot to learn there. So I'm looking forward to training this week. But it's been a really good experience, and I'm really looking forward to doing it a bit more as the season unfolds.
Real quick about that, do they still do the halftime you know, oranges and stuff like that? Do they still do that? Oh,
the
nice,
coach
dude.
had a box of oranges, but she didn't pull them out till after the game, and I'm like, listen, you're supposed to hand them out at halftime.
Oh my god!
And
in the
like,
tabloids,
you know,
it's in the tabloids.
Yeah, it's in the tabloids. Like, yeah, and they play. The I think I should mention is they are playing. It's 8 aside. It's a bit weird. 7 players and the goalie, and
across
it's
the
like,
field, right? Or
across the field, or on a half to half. Yeah,
okay.
Whatever's available at that particular park, depending on how many games are going on and all that good stuff. But I got into it a bit with the ref because he gave a penalty in the second half. I was like, come on, ref. Like, where's the VAR?
Oh,
You
there
know,
it is.
like,
there it is.
Like, where's the VAR? They gave a handball, and I'm like, they were already losing. Like, you know, they were already losing. So I was like, that's a bit harsh, ref. You know, I was trying to talk him around.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, no, I remember just being on, like, because, you know, there's games before your game and games after your game at that age, right? So you're just kind of like, and it was always a weird feeling showing up to the fields and, like, a game's going on and the heat of the battle's already there, and all of the parents are just like, and some of the games, like, the parents would just be like on the sideline, like, yelling, you know, and it's just it's a weird time capsule. Just think about going back to that time. Good times.
They have signs up at the side of the pitch now that ask everybody to be respectful and remember that it's just volunteers.
True.
You know, the refs are volunteer, the coaches are volunteers. You know, it's about fun. At this age, anyway, they're trying to promote fun.
Right.
But I made a list just from that one training session and one game. I've got a list of things I want to work on with them all. It's
nice.
The problem will be their coach. The problem will be their head coach, because I can just tell she just like. She wants to like just have them get together for practice and play a game and not do any drills or anything. And it's just they're not going to get any better doing it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
They're
definitely volunteer vibes.
The same wall. Yeah. And so there's tension off the field in the office.
It gets heated, man. At that age, like, I'm telling you, man, it gets crazy. Thankfully, my parents weren't too crazy about that stuff. They were pretty.
Look at Mumera.
It was quite entertaining. You can hear Milo from anywhere on the pitch. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm getting a sense of how it was now. Yeah, I know. Milo will be on the sideline with a megaphone barking orders.
I don't need a megaphone, mate. Trust me.
Hoff, your best of the week. Anything exciting?
I've got one serious good best of the week and one a little more lighthearted. My serious Ketanji Brown Jackson being as the first African American woman to the Supreme Court. That's pretty cool.
That is
married to an African American woman, and
okay.
I really like, and I know we've talked about it. She's super proud, and it's hard to be what you can't see. And now that there is someone that looks like little African American girls everywhere, like, that's something that they can aspire to.
Absolutely. That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's great news.
And a little more lighthearted, McLaren are back in the points. In the points.
We'll get to F1 as well. Yes. Worst of the week.
Easy.
Okay. Yeah.
Arsenal. Done. Move on.
Arsenal. Oh yeah.
Arsenal. Next.
See previous section. All right. There we go. Yeah, it was a huge moment. That was pretty neat. Hoff. Worst of the week.
My worst of the week was MLS goalkeeping.
Oh. MLS is in full swing. We got to do an MLS roundup one of these days.
Brad Guzan had an Olympico scored on him, direct from a corner, and the game that I was focused on, the Columbus Crew were playing Philadelphia Union, and one of the Union players crossed it from the right-hand side. Eloy Room goes back, and he just basically volleyball spikes it into his own net. It was... And they lost 1-0, which made it even better. It was bad. Don't watch the highlights. You'll just get mad. So, yeah.
Alrighty. And we have a quote? Well, you got a quote? Quote of the week?
I do, yeah. Courtesy of Ricky Gervais. I do like this one. You may have heard it already. When you're dead, you don't know you're dead. It's only painful and difficult for others. The same applies when you are stupid.
Oh, so true. So true.
That's good.
Some of the chatters and fellow Discord members, I can relate to this. No. Kidding. Just kidding.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. So true.
Yeah.
Quote, Hoff?
My wife and I actually just watched The Imitation Game last night. Fantastic movie if you haven't seen it. But in that, and I'm almost 100% sure it's a made-up quote for the movie. Alan Turing did not say this in real life, but in the movies, he said, "Sometimes it is the people no one imagines anything of who do the things that no one can imagine."
Oh, that's nice.
Profound.
Very inspiring. Inspiring. Oh, friend sent me, oh man, where's my phone? I'm gonna butcher this. Oh no, I got it here. I got one. My friend sent me one the other day. He said, "The sheep spends its whole life afraid of the wolf, only to be eaten by the shepherd." You know? You know? Anyways,
Yeah.
that was a good one. It was profound. All right, and last but not least, we have our football memories. How about Hoff? Why don't you take this one first?
Okay,
what are you thinking?
My freshman year of college, I played soccer, and in our preseason training, we were just doing small-sided, I think it was 5-a-side, maybe 7-a-side, just small-sided games, and I played goalkeeper. And first time playing with anyone, against anyone at a college level, and I made this triple save. I remember one hit me in the face, the second hit me in the chest. I don't remember where the third one hit, but they did not score. And after that, the coach came over and like picked me up and he said, "You're traveling to the first game with us." So I was pumped.
Nice. Nice.
You were like Scott Stevens, is it? Or
Yeah,
Scott Sterling?
Sterling. Yes.
Yeah.
Great video. Nice, man. And Milo, we have a picture accompaniment.
Dude.
There we go. Bang, full screen.
All right, so guys, this is Tommy's Super Cup football game. When I was a kid, I had this. My brother's trying to get me one off of eBay that he can bring out to visit, because my copy of it has gone missing. Unfortunately, I know where it was stored when I moved to Canada. I put it in storage. Unfortunately, that storage got ransacked and a bunch of things went missing, including this. So wonderful little game. I know there's a lot of games out there like it. Basically battery powered. I think it takes like 4C batteries. You know what I mean? It's one of those. Yeah. Like, so basically you turn it on and it makes this like noise. Like you get used to it. Don't worry about it. So the goalkeepers, I don't know if we look at the left, if we look at the blue side, those knobs twist and they move forward and backwards. So you move the player forward and backward on their little track, and then you twist the knob and it spins them around to kick the ball. And the little black lever on the left-hand side, that moves your goalkeeper so that you can make saves. So you have left hand on the keeper and right hand on the controls. And then if it goes for a throw or a corner, there's little sticks that come up and down automatically as part of the mechanics of the game. So if the ball goes in one of those, it automatically pings it back into play, like a throw or a corner. It's absolutely great for like what should have been a kids game. Everybody loved this thing. Anyone that was a football fan loved this thing. I had friends that painted the jerseys like Arsenal and Tottenham colors, stuff like that. So cool.
I think one of our family friends had one of these growing up. I remember seeing this. And like
so good.
Yeah. Also, there was a game kind of like air hockey. There's a similar air hockey type game too.
Yes.
Similar size and like the line, the sliders or like that thing.
They still have those in some arcades here in Canada. Obviously, hockey being the number one sport.
I shouldn't say air hockey. It was like a hockey game that had these slides for the positions. It was kind of neat too.
Yeah, they have them here they're like in a big ball.
Okay.
In the arcade.
Okay,
I've seen them. Yeah, but in England they never did that, but they had this tabletop version. I used to take it everywhere. It was so good. Like, and the noise is so distinctive. If I heard it, if I was walking past somewhere and someone was playing it, I would know instantly from the noise.
This is some next gen stuff, Cash says.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's still more realistic than FIFA, but I'm not going there.
And you see the little you see at the bottom of the screen that little line there on the back of the stand.
Yeah.
So basically, that whole stand there lifts off, and all the players and the balls get stored inside there.
Oh, neat. Neat. Very cool.
Really, really cool. I got to get me a copy, and then I'll have to play it live on stream against my wife or something.
There we go. That's cool. Nice, man. I like that. I was thinking about that. You talked about some like England game. You went to this bar and stuff. Next time we should. I'll screen grab some pictures of the bar and stuff like that. That'll be kind of neat if you guys want to do it next time. And that wraps things up, guys. We're headed into the quote unquote post show, and we can talk a little F1 now. We got a couple minutes remaining here. F1 Australia wrapped up. Who won it? Charles Leclerc? I passed out at the end, man. I was watching with you guys. It was Charles Leclerc, Checo, and George Russell. Is that his first podium?
First podium for Mercedes, yeah. He did get one before.
Okay.
Miraculously at Spa in the rain last year.
Nice. Any thoughts about the race, guys? Any general feeling about it?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think the Australian GPs it's a really good track. They made some changes to it. I think I'm glad they didn't add a DRS zone. We were joking about this during the race that how DRS is obviously, they've been using that as a way to get more overtaken in the sport. Now that the new generation seems to lean even more into that, they're going to milk it until it's like so annoying. That's my concern. If they start adding DRS zones everywhere, it's a little concerning to me.
Right.
Because we want to see guys. I think the focus should be get the cars closer in performance so that the drivers stand out more, not bring in gadgets and stuff to give you more overtaking. That's just my own personal take, and everybody feels different about it, and I totally understand and respect that. But I look at Formula E where they have turbo patches on the floor, kind of like Mario Kart. They can go over these zones and they get a boost and stuff. I don't want to go down that road with F1 for me. But apart from that, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, unlucky for Max. I come across as such a Max hater, and I'm not. I love good young drivers. Good aggressive young drivers is fine. But what I do enjoy about this, I don't like Christian Horner. And what I love about this is he's forced to be nice to Perez, and actually Perez, he's got to give them equal opportunity at the title at this point. And he will hate that. Christian Horner will hate that because Max is his love child. Yes. And he has a massive poster of Verstappen on his bedroom ceiling. That's the word I'm hearing out of England. Anyway, there you go.
Quickly, Boomer literally said "Bye Max" out loud when he went out. He had an engine, some liquid failure or something. Bring back to V10. I can't wait till they throw bananas out of the car. Oh my god.
Yeah, Timo. This is
Hoff,
what I'm worried
anything?
about.
Anything about the F1, Hoff?
I really enjoyed it. I just recorded it and woke up early Sunday
Oh, nice.
morning to watch it. I wasn't gonna be up until 3, so I was really impressed with Alex Albon. I was not expecting Williams to get points, and a point. But yeah, that was super. He, barring like penalties or anything, he could have finished that on those tires, which was impressive. Yeah, and also I was a little disappointed with Bottas, not just Bottas, just Alfa Romeo in general. I feel like they started off pretty strong and then just didn't have it. And Haas as well. I'm slowly turning into a Haas fan, but McLaren's still my favorite team.
You mean the white Ferrari? That's from the
yeah,
Ferrari.
yeah, the white Ferrari.
Max is
as long as it's not the Russian Ferrari. That's
Listen, if you can't beat him, join him, right? I mean,
right.
This is it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Max's face annoys me. Perez
I
is
think
my guy. He's like son.
I've told you guys before, McLaren were always my team growing up, and I am very happy to see them make some ground up. And I just want to point out, Aussie in the chat there says that the Aussies killed it. The event was mega. I think they had almost 500,000 people there over the course of the full weekend. It was the biggest crowd ever at the Australian Grand Prix.
Oh,
So yeah,
wow.
they said they love their motorsport in Australia. There's no doubt about that. So Brains, I saw your question there about ACC/GT7. I'll answer that in the Discord, mate.
There we go. Yeah.
No problem.
Well, I think that wraps it up, guys. Anything else you'd like to add quickly, guys? If you're watching on YouTube, check the description. We got all their links. Also, it's been popping up in chat, Twitter, YouTube channels. Hoff, do you want to talk about anything going on this week on the channel?
I'm continuing my Cup Collector series on YouTube, and I'm actually going to start I haven't figured out what to title it, but it's going to be something along the lines of Return to Glory. I'm going to try to get Sheffield Wednesday back to the Premier League, at least, if not
nice.
into Europe. But yeah, I put a poll out on Twitter and had a couple underperforming, down on hard times clubs, and Sheffield Wednesday won the poll. So we're going to start a Sheffield Wednesday save.
I have a question for Hoff regarding Football Manager.
Okay.
If I may. Is there a way, like we talked about it briefly over the last couple of years, that this community's kind of been, hanging on Twitch and whatnot. Is there a way where we could do like an online league, like a save with all of us controlling a team?
Yes. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass because everyone has to be online at the same time. I don't know if you've ever played Out of the Park Baseball.
I haven't.
It's another simulation management type game, and they're online. They do, like, the commissioner has the file, he sends it out, all the managers make their changes, they send it back, the commissioner runs the simulation, and then he sends the new file out and comes back. But on Football Manager, everyone has to be on at the same time so they can advance through time. I'd say with more than like 4 or 5 people, it's almost impossible just to line up everyone.
I used to be, sorry to hijack the end of the show, Carl.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, it's open.
Yeah, so I used to be in a GM Connected when they had that on NHL with about 8 people. And actually, one thing EA, they scrapped the mode the following year and it's not been back since, which is absolute BS. But when we did that, they actually did that bang on. So what they had the games in blocks of 6. So you had a week to play your 6 games, and any you didn't play got simulated. So if it was against a human, then you could schedule that in that week and play it. If it was against AI, you could either play them or allow it to simulate, and then the commissioner would go on at the end of that week and forward it to the next block of 6. and it really, really played out so nicely. 6 games was great to get through in a week.
That's a good idea.
We had our own slider settings for the league. We had a trade committee, so you couldn't do any ridiculous trades. You had to like put it to the rest of the league and all agree that it was a realistic move. It was one of the best sporting gaming experiences I've ever had. So that's why I'm always interested in like an online league. I think it would be so cool if more games allowed us to do that.
That would
They
be neat.
did just add a head-to-head mode this year where you can play head-to-head, and I guess you could, in theory, do a league. You just have to like manually create your schedule on a spreadsheet or whatever.
Yeah.
But you can export like a team from your 12th year Barcelona save or whatever and play with that team against someone else's random save that they have going on, which is kind of cool. They added that in. I haven't touched it yet, but I don't know if you can do like 2022 Manchester United against 2022 Chelsea. I don't know if like just default teams are in there, but it's kind of cool that you can do straight head to head. I think there's some potential in that for a league setup.
It would just be so good if you could, between you and a group of you, you could do the Premier League one year and then maybe do a Spanish league the next, draw the teams from a hat and see who you get given. Like, I don't know, it could be really, really good fun.
Yeah,
it would be neat if you could do that. So yeah, Football Manager on Hoff's channel. Milo, anything? I know you're doing the Lego Star Wars that just came out. Looks pretty fun.
Yes. Yeah, I'll be playing through some of that probably tomorrow night.
Nice.
I'll continue that. GTA will be a couple of times a week at the moment because I'm just having a blast with that, whether it's with you guys or solo or whatever. Like, I'm just having fun with that. So
we got some heists to do.
We do. Yeah, the Star Wars playthrough is the main one. I've got racing again next weekend. We're at Donington. I've got to do some testing on my wheelbase. Either way, I'll be trying to get it going, but
nice.
Everything should be fine. But yeah, I'll be doing some laps this week at Donington Park in practice, and that's about it for now.
Alrighty, awesome, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us as always. I hope to have you guys on in the near future next week.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty, and folks, that wraps up another episode of the weekend wrap up. We have completed, 10 episodes now. And we will try to, I'll try to get things done a little earlier. I had a power outage today, so it was just crazy. But yeah, I will see you guys next week. Guys, follow their channels. Go on YouTube, follow the YouTube channel. Subscribe, all that stuff. Do it all. All right, guys. Good night.
It's the Monday weekend wrap up. 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 It's the Monday weekend wrap up.